And can I just confirm, Mr. Mayor, that both I and the Labour Group are very happy that the Springfield Link Road has been abandoned. Can I thank Councillor Marshall for his subsequent written reply to me? He stated, bullet point 1, there's been no further specific traffic modelling in relation to Springfield Park and Skerningham. Bullet point 2, I think you must be referring to figure 6.1, which showed 6 potential access points to Skerningham. Figure 6.1 in the proposed submission local plan does not show any access points. That was a reply I received from Councillor Marshall. So my question is, can Councillor Marshall clarify, please, 1, why no further work has been undertaken since January 2020 on traffic modelling between the proposed Skerningham scheme and the existing road infrastructure in Winfield and Harrogate Hill, given the concerns about the significant increase in traffic numbers as a result of the removal of the Springfield Link Road? And secondly, whether he is able to reassure residents in the 4 possible alternative or additional road infrastructure access points at Whitebridge Drive, Bewley Drive, Sparrowhall Drive and Winbush Way that they will be not considered as links to the proposed Skerningham scheme. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Wallace. Councillor Marshall to reply.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you for your questions, Councillor Wallace, and for your response to my written response to you. Anyway, to answer your questions, with regarding to the traffic modelling, the traffic modelling that has been carried out went way beyond what is normally expected for a local plan. And once it was confirmed that Skerningham would be viable without that access, modelling ceased, and no further modelling has taken place. With regards to your second question, with regards to possible access, if and when a planning application is submitted, detailed access arrangements will be highlighted in that application. They will then be modelled and any mitigation measures identified. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Marshall. Councillor Wallace, you may ask a supplementary question without notice, providing the question arises out of the original question or the reply received. Councillor Wallace, do you wish to ask a supplementary question?
I do, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Councillor Marshall. I have to say I'm astonished by your reply. I don't know if Councillor Marshall has visited these potential link roads. Bewley Drive is a small cul-de-sac. Whitebridge Drive is on the same self-contained estate, which is heavily traffic calmed. Routing traffic through there from Skerningham would be a disaster. Does Councillor Marshall know Sparrowhall Drive, which is a single carriageway dead-end road with a difficult junction onto Winbush Way? Does he believe that adding yet more traffic onto Winbush Way and Barmpton Lane is at all sensible? Councillor Marshall, you and your fellow Cabinet members have had 9 months to examine the logic of removing the Springfield Link Road, and you've done precisely nothing. You've left residents in these affected areas in limbo. Can I ask Councillor Marshall this? Blocking the possibility of the Springfield Link Road was explicitly a political decision by the Cabinet. Will he commit this evening to making a similar pledge that the suggested links at Whitebridge Drive, Bewley Drive, Sparrowhall Drive and Winbush Way will also never be built? Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Wallace. Councillor Marshall, reply.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I will refer to my previous answer, and what we have is a draft local plan, not yet submitted. And as a result of that local plan, if and when a planning application comes forward, everything will be on the table to have a look at. And there will be detailed discussions. There will be a number of possible access points, and all will be considered during the master planning and subsequent applications. This is a local plan. This is a spatial development. This is not a detailed planning application. And normally at these stages, detailed accesses are not considered. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Thank you, Councillor Marshall. Thank you, colleagues. Item number 7 is to consider reports to be decided by the Council.